Okay, let's start our notes for the 3rd of September. So the first thing we'll do is vocabulary. So your title, the word that goes before your name and shows your position in life. Examples: if the Queen knights you, your title gets changed to Sir, Lady. Before marriage, a girl is titled Miss, and after marriage, she's titled marriage, she's titled Mrs. Right. In Spanish, it's Senora and Senorita, and in French, it is Madame and Mademoiselle. Same with a man is Mr., and in Spanish he is Senor. Okay, and about a small boy? A boy isn't really a Mr., he's a master. That's his title. So if you see a small boy, he's Master something, Master Jack or Master whatever his name is. Okay, so what's your title? Miss. Excellent. And what's your mother's title? Mrs. Very good. Right, let's move on to number 2. Nervousness and nerve. So what's a nerve? Long fibers that carry messages between the brain and parts of the body, enabling the body to move, feel, etc. And nervousness is the state of being worried or anxious about something. Nervous is an adjective. It can be related to the nerves, like the nervous system, or it just shows that someone is worried about something, or it's anxious about something. Okay, let's do some sentences with nervous. And so I am nervous before exams, but my sister isn't nervous at all. She's confident. So that you can say is an antonym for nervousness or being nervous. I am nervous about making mistakes or making a mistake in my school tests. Nerves are like cables in the body that transfer data from different parts of the body to the brain and vice versa. Just like you have internet cables or telephone cables that transfer data from one equipment to the other equipment. Nerves do the same job in our bodies. Right, let's go on to number 3. Source noun and source verb. So what is a source noun? The place where something starts, the place where something comes from, a person or thing from which you get something. So that was a noun. And what is verb? Get something from somewhere, a particular place. That's a source verb. So right, let's do some examples. The Mississippi River in America. So the Mississippi is a very long river, almost 3,800 kilometers long. That's 2,350 miles. Its source is Lake Itasca in the state of Minnesota. So Minnesota is a state in the north. That's where Lake Itasca lies, and that's where the Mississippi starts. So that's its source. Right. We source our tomatoes for the ketchup from Worcestershire. Worcestershire is a place or it's a county in England. So they have some lovely tomatoes there. To make rice cakes, we source our rice from Thailand. It's got a special flavor. What's the source of your problems? Where do your problems come? Who gives you the problems? Who's the person? Who's the source? He's the source of my good luck or my good fortune. My good luck or my good fortune comes from him. It is the source of my joy. I get my joy from it, or my joy comes from it. Now let's go on to number 4. Neat and filthy. Both adjectives. Neat means tidy and clean, and filthy means untidy, dirty. I am neat, whereas he is filthy. Cats are neat, whereas some dogs are filthy. Pigs are the filthiest animals. Tool. What's a tool? So it's an instrument or equipment needed for doing some work. That's a tool, like a screwdriver, a hammer. To fasten or unfasten a screw That's to make it tight or loose. So to fasten or unfasten a screw, one needs a screwdriver. It's a very basic tool. Almost everyone has it. So this should be number 6, right spear. Or number 5, alright, never mind. So what's a spear? A long wooden stick with a blade at the end, used for fighting, fishing or hunting. So it's used as a weapon. Spear, verb, pierce someone or something with a spear. Put a spear through it or them, that's spear, verb. Javelin, noun, a long and thin spear thrown in a sporting event. So javelin throw is an event at the Olympics, and we saw it. We saw some champion javelin throwers throwing the javelin 90 meters away, or 90 meters far. Right, in the olden days, long time ago, in the olden days they fought with spears, they didn't have guns. Very good, excellent sentence. Right, let's go on to number 6, which should be 7. Creature, noun, any living thing that can move is a creature. Create, verb, make something happen or exist. Creation, noun, the act or process of making something new or something to exist. Creator, noun, a person or things that creates is a creator, like God is a creator, the earth is a creator. Creative, adjective, with a tendency to create using skills and the imagination to produce something new. Creativity, the act or process of using skills and imagination to produce something new, that's creativity, noun. Inculcate, develop a habit within yourself, especially by repetition. A habit or habits, right. So it should be develop a habit. A habit within yourself by repetition, especially by repetition. Okay, we are all creatures of the planet. We are all earthly creatures. We were created from the earth or by the earth. The jungle has many strange and weird creatures. Some of them are dangerous and some of them are harmless. Life is very creative. It has created millions of creatures, millions of species. I am very creative. I always take something old and try to make something new out of it. So that's called creative. Students should try and inculcate creativity. You should try and be creative. Try and think of solving old problems with new ways of thinking, with new and better ways of thinking. So my dad is extremely creative. He took an old wooden box and made a table out of it. So that shows creativity. Sometimes problems cannot be solved unless you get creative. Like we saw some examples of some creative bedrooms, creative spaces in the house. Well, let's move on to the grammar. Not much, just adjective like we did yesterday. Just a repetition of that. So neat, neatness. Nervous, nervousness. Bright, brightness. Ripe, ripeness. So remember, an adjective is a word that describes the noun or gives additional information about the noun. And here these nouns are the states of being. Alright, so we'll move on to part C. Part C, we'll do 3 different languages today. And I'll put the video for that for part C.
Part C. Pronunciation. Part 1 of Part C. English words. Create, creator, creation, creative, creativity, chandelier, reservoir, weird, fasten, unfasten, enable, enabling, fiber, miss, Mrs., pair, 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 peer, spear, spare.
Create, creator, creation, creative, creativity, chandelier, reservoir, weird, fasten, unfasten, enable, enabling, fiber, miss, Mrs. Pair, pair, peer, spear, spare.
Part 2 of Parse, French words. Mademoiselle, madame, monsieur, réservoir, restaurant. Mademoiselle, madame, monsieur, réservoir, restaurant.
Part 3 of Part C, Spanish words. Señor, señora, señorita.
Part 3 of Part C, Spanish words. Señor, señora, señorita.